I2C Events and Travel, and this is a travel update. Y'all, I'm so excited. We are less than 60 days away from our cruise, so I am very excited. I apologize, I haven't been putting out videos like that, only because every time I would go to post some information about cruising and things like that and traveling, it would change within, it seemed like a day or two. So then it's like, okay, back to the drawing board. So it just kept changing. I kept looking at stuff on YouTube. I kept trying to follow the news. I kept getting travel emails from the agency that I'm with, and it was just a lot to keep up with. So I wanted to put out accurate information. So I just kind of said, okay, let me just sit back and wait, and then I put the information out. So, all right, we're 60 days away from our cruise, less than 60 days away from our cruise, and we are going on Symphony of the Seas with Royal Caribbean. Very excited. This is a new ship for us. We've never been there. That's my air freshener. It happens every time I'm recording. Symphony of the Seas. We've never been on this boat, so we're very excited. The last time we cruised was February of last year. So when COVID hit, they were kind of talking about it. You know, everything happened with Kobe Bryant, so everything, you know, everybody's kind of focused on that. Beginning of February, we took a cruise, and it was with Norwegian, and they were kind of like trying to do like some little protocols and things like that. Like the first night of the cruise, when we went to like the buffet, they wouldn't allow us to serve ourselves. They had people up there. Then as the cruise went on, because it was 7 days, they allowed you to serve yourself. You had to wear a glove though. And then by the end of the cruise, it was just over and done with. We were just acting normal, and then the world shut down. So after not being on a cruise for a year, very excited to say that we are going back. Now, I wanted to be one of the first ones to get on the boat, definitely. But, you know, other people are a little bit more reserved and said, well, no, let's just wait and see. So I'm kind of glad that we did. We will be leaving out of Florida. So we got an email today that was requesting our COVID status, our vaccine status. So that's what I want to talk to you about today. So this is with Royal Caribbean. I have not seen anything else from any other cruise lines because we have not booked with them as of yet. Carnival, Norwegian, those would be the three that we mainly go on, and we're gonna try some other ones. We try to cruise 3 to 4 times a year. Last year we were only able to go once, but usually, you know, we try to book in advance. You book in advance, you get the best rates, I'm telling you. All right, so let's see what Royal Caribbean is stating. Now, we got the email today, and the email just asked, hey, are you vaccinated? And if you're vaccinated, are you willing to share your status with us? Can you show us proof of that? Now, there was this big thing going on with Florida and the governor stating that they didn't want people to have to give their status and things like that because it is a HIPAA violation. So what Royal Caribbean is doing is they're asking you, are you willing to share that information? If you say yes, you fill out the survey that they, the questionnaire that they send to you. It's like 3 or 4 questions. What's your name? What's your date of birth? What is your vaccination status? I'm going to get vaccinated, or I am already vaccinated, or I do not wish to share, or I'm unvaccinated. One of those. If you are vaccinated and you don't want to share that information, they're going to treat you as an unvaccinated guest. If you are vaccinated, you have to bring your proper documentation when you do get on the boat, and I'm sure they're going to have some things set up before you even step foot on the boat. So they're going to probably have a pier or something like that set up. We're going to Florida. And you have to show your documentation, and you don't have to get any additional testing. You show it, you're happy, you're done. Now, if you're unvaccinated, they have a lot of protocols in place. So this one states unvaccinated guests 12 and under. Oh, no, 12 and older. We got some for the under too. 12 and older. You have to show a negative test results from a PCR test for COVID-19, and it cannot be taken no more than 3 days prior to your sailing. So don't get it now if you're going in August. It's too soon. So it needs to be no more than 3 days before you're sailing. You're also going to be charged an additional $178 for additional testing when you get to the terminal. You're going to be tested, you know, at home. Then they're going to test you again before you get to when you get to the terminal, before you step foot on the boat. And then they're going to test you again before you get ready to leave off the boat. Also, you must purchase and bring documentation of travel insurance that will cover medical and travel costs just in case you have a positive COVID result. So if you get tested at home and it shows negative, if you get on the boat and you get tested and it shows positive, your vacation is basically over at that point. And they're saying you need to make provisions for this. Just make sure that you have enough insurance that's going to cover your travel. You're going to have to travel. You're going to need a hotel, like all of those things, and your medical. For unvaccinated guests ages 2 to 11, they will also have to do a PCR test. And then, like, before they get on the ship and after they get off the ship. Now, it does not state that if a child 2 to 11 has a positive test that they're basically going to put them off the boat. It doesn't state that here, but I'm thinking that maybe they will. It does state parties with unvaccinated guests, including parents with unvaccinated children, must book an approved shore excursion to visit any port other than Perfect Day at Coco Cay. So if you're fully vaccinated, you fill out the survey first. They're going to email it to you. You say, yes, I'm going to show proof. You get to the pier. You show your documentation, show your passport or your birth certificate or whatever else you have. You also show your COVID card that you've been vaccinated. You're going to show them that, and then you get on the boat. Now, we are still choosing to wear our mask. I don't think that it's a requirement because the CDC has been up and down about, do you wear a mask, do you not wear a mask? Listen, COVID still has cousins out there, and it has multiplied. And there are still some people that are getting COVID. So we're choosing to wear our mask. Sometimes I do take it off. It is hot. We live in Georgia, and it gets very hot here. So I will take it off in the car. Sometimes when I'm outside, I'll just take it off just to get a breath of fresh air. So it is up to you. We are fully vaccinated, though. As far as like shore excursions, if you're vaccinated, you are free to go ashore and do all those things. We've already actually planned our shore excursions, and that's the best thing. This is a travel tip. You need to do that ahead of time, especially with Royal Caribbean, because they can give you between 30 and 35% off of those prices. So you should be doing that now. Also, you need to book your entertainment, your shows, and we'll talk about that a little bit. For unvaccinated guests, remember, so these are the steps. They're going to send you the survey as well. You're going to say, I don't want you to know my status, or I'm not vaccinated. They're going to say, okay, fine. They're going to send you this and say, this is what you need to do. 3 days prior to, you need to go ahead and have your test done. If I was you, I would schedule it. Like, just try to go ahead and schedule it out because you don't want it to be busy that day. You can't go more than 3 days in advance. And I don't think you can do less than. So you need to go ahead and schedule your tests, get your results, and then you're going to take them with you to the pier. Once you get to the pier, you're going to pay an additional $178 to be tested again by Royal Caribbean, and then you're on the boat. Once you get on the boat, you're probably going to have to wear your mask. They're probably going to tell you things like that. It does not state that in this email. When you try to do any type of shore excursions, if you came as a group and maybe you booked 5 rooms and somebody in your group has decided that they do not want to share their status, or either they have not been vaccinated and they go on a shore excursion with you, they're going to treat you all as if you're not vaccinated. What that means is that you're going to have to book your shore excursion through Royal Caribbean, it says, and they're going to have an assigned person that's going to like take you on these shore excursions, and it's going to be at a cost. So everything is at a cost. It does state here, and then after once the cruise is over, before you get off the ship, you're going to have to actually have testing done again. So for unvaccinated guests, there's an insurance requirement. It states that here, as a condition of being boarded, each unvaccinated guest 12 and older, so not for the little babies, but the 12 and older. If you're leaving from Florida, this is what it states, that you have to provide proof of valid insurance, and it has to have a minimum of $25,000 per person in medical expense and $50,000 for emergency medical evacuation. And it cannot have any COVID exclusions. So some insurance companies have had that. I recommend travel insurance for everybody, whether you're vaccinated or not. You never know what can happen. It's not just COVID out there. You could be riding jet skis and have an accident. You need to have travel insurance. It's really, really cheap. It's good peace of mind, just in case something happens while you're gone. And it helps to cover your luggage as well. Let's say your luggage gets lost or stolen or something like that. So let's say you're on a trip for 7 days and you have no luggage. Girl, you need to be shopping. You need them to cover that. Get travel insurance. All right, so we talked about going ashore. And that's basically it. So, and then it does state at the very, very bottom, please note that health protocols are expected to change over time. Remember, that's the reason why I haven't been posting videos, because things have been changing. It's been going back and forth. They had this thing going on with Florida. They had a cruise that was fully vaccinated where people still tested positive for COVID-19. So things are constantly changing and we're trying to get back to normal, but this is basically our new normal. So I am so excited. So we leave in less than 60 days. We have already booked our shore excursions. And I wanted to talk about booking your entertainment a little bit. Your entertainment is going to be like the shows, like the Broadway shows, the comedy shows and things like that. If you're going on Royal Caribbean, this is what you're going to need to do. So you're going to go in and they're going to send you an email because they're going to be trying to push these shore excursions. When you go to the website for Royal Caribbean, you're gonna go in and like you're gonna book a shore excursion, but look over to the right and it's gonna say entertainment. Click on entertainment. Now if you click on entertainment and you see two boats passing each other like this, you're not able to book your entertainment as of yet. But if you don't see that, it'll go ahead and show you what shows are gonna have available and what times. I say book this because they're not gonna allow as many people. Like let's say that the studio seats 300, they won't have all of those people in there this time because of COVID and the restrictions and things like that. They may have 75 to 100, if that. When I looked at YouTube just to do some research and things like that, I think they said every other row was vacant and then every third seat was vacant. So you want to book your entertainment in advance, and then just try to Google and go ahead and go to the company website to see what other things they're doing. Are they having a white party? Should you bring something that's all white? Are they having a beach party? You should be bringing your bathing suit anyway. Is it going to be a hat party? Things like that. So you want to make the most of your vacation. Get travel insurance. Get travel insurance. And if all else fails, if there's something that you don't understand or you don't know what's going on or you're not clear on something, contact your travel agent. You can contact your travel agent. You can contact the cruise company. You can contact the CDC. You can also contact me. Leave a message down below and I'll be sure to answer it. So that's all I have for you guys. It will be a packing video that's going to be coming up soon because I need to start packing. We're going on 7 days, so that means what, 2 or 3 outfits a day, you know, because you get hot during the daytime, you start sweating and you want to look cute at night. It's like a little date night, stuff like that. So very excited to go on this cruise. I hope everybody's being safe out there as we get back to our new normal. All right, love and peace.